What's good, man? It's OG Drip, man. The channel where we talk about the spiritual truth and how to utilize energy on a day-to-day basis, man. And check this out. It get real deep when we think about how long you actually been influenced. Now, everybody done been influenced by different things, but when it come down to us, even as a kid growing up, the way that these influences or these idols is pushed at us, we don't look at it like that, right? Now, let me give y'all a couple of examples, right? Because in middle school and high school, I went to public school, right? So we used to have dumb arguments, not only about the clothes and the shoes, but you used to have people arguing about like the influencers, even if it's a politician. Even if you're running for class president and you want to be like this president, you want to be like President Nixon, you want to be like President Adam, you want to be like President Bush, you know what I'm saying? Whatever, so forth. Even if you into, you know, rap entertainment and you just want to be like Lil Wayne, you know what I'm saying? Lil Wayne putting out all these hits and these stuff like that. You want to be big like Lil Wayne. However, right? Or NBA, you know what I'm saying? You want to be LeBron James or Michael Jordan. It always been these things all the way down to the point you hear grown men still yelling out today, Kobe. You know what I mean? Like, y'all, let's get into how deep this influence go, because a lot of people don't like to touch on these type of things. But at the end of the day, when we get to these, this will start helping us start being able to migrate and be able to change things around, be able to actually transmute the energy that's there instead of just letting it be depleted. But at the same time, I'm going to save a message just for the youth, because this is how you got to look at it now. And you might not want to look at it like that until you try it. You know what I'm saying? When you try it, then that's when you're going to be like, damn, you're right. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times we could try something and it come with different experiences. But if we try, if we still got a ratio to it, right? So if we all jumping off a cliff, the ratio, if it was 9 times out of 10, we all gonna die. No matter however we got there, whatever. You know what I'm saying? The thing is, if it's running to a dead end. And a lot of people, we don't see the dead end to what life we're trying to live. So even if it come through these dreams and these fairy tales or these movies or however it is that persuade you, it could be a person that played a role in a movie so good and it almost reflected with your actual personality. You get what I'm saying? That have you, you know, dedicated to this person to be like, yo, I like the stuff that this person do. Now, the thing we started to learn today is the people that you actually influenced by, or the people that, you know, you actually thought was this some type of superhero. Because that's a lot of times, that's how we look at these people, right? Where when you growing up and you looking at like Beyonce, you looking at all of these type of people and you like, damn, Kim Kardashian, however, and you be like, damn, I want to be like this person. And, you know, this person seemed like they could almost do no wrong. And what I mean by that is, just like now, when you hear today's music, you can hear rappers and stuff talk about killing people all day. But if you talk about that dead rapper that got killed or whatever, it's people that's going to be ready to kill you. Literally, whether to erase their life over a life that's already gone. So now when we talking about the masses being lost, like I said, I'm going to have a message for the youth in here. I might as well go ahead and get that out so we can get to the chase, right? So boom, the message for the youth would be, you know, when you young out here, you might feel like you got friends and things like that. The thing about it, it don't matter if you in college, it don't matter if you in high, it don't matter where you at. Y'all gonna have a time in life where you have this separation. Now that separation between that time gonna show y'all true actual friendship. Even down to the point, even if you gang banging, say for instance, and you're not around your homies, like that cutoff, you're gonna start seeing how intact your homies actually is. Cause I be seeing people, you know what I'm saying, and they think like the love is super strong. Yeah, the love is that vibrant and that strong until y'all have the gaps in those separation times. Once you start dividing your time differently, things start falling in a different place. Now, everybody done grew up with it's a time and a place for everything, right? This is what we be talking about when we looking at a wheel of telling you where to go at. So not only do you got to know astrology, like I ain't saying nobody walking around every day and understanding that, but when you understand how to focus on yourself enough, you will know what's not good, what situations for you not to go and get into. But a lot of us know and still dive into it because we're trying to influence someone ourselves, or we're trying to put on this imagery and trying to live in some shoes that you quite necessarily can't fit. And a lot of times these shoes be unfittable anyway. Now, when I'm looking at the youth, right, and I see kids going through it and stuff like that, and they all, like right now, you got the youth just banging each other, like, bah, 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 bah. Every corner you turn, somebody getting banged on, somebody getting shot up or whatever, right? So when you look at it, it's like, damn, the most ages is from like 14 to damn 28. And some people get involved that's not in that age group, and it'd be like people that get hit by stray bullets and things like that. So we're not sitting here doing an actual statistic breakdown of that. You can just look for what it is, you know what I'm saying? And see the rate of murder and the rate of these things is more higher than it would have used to be. Now, if you start looking at the music, y'all will see the music have an influence, but you also have TikTok. You also have the news. You also have all these other things that's bringing normalization to people seeing people die, to people seeing a life in a body and then it just disappear. Like, one thing about it is they're making people more in love with destruction and breaking creativity instead of being creative. Now, I've heard people say it done got so bad that basically if you're going through poverty, your whole life you're here not to bring in a kid, not to create this new life. You get what I'm saying? And then you got to have it in your mind like, bump it. If I create this new life, I'm going to step up to the shoes to be able to fulfill that junk, to be a dad, to be obligated to my kid, right? So at the end of the day, we see these things and how these influences play. We see it as if you take a parent out of the home versus if the mom in the home by herself. You gotta say the mom being in the home with a kid by herself, especially if she got a little boy, that man gonna grow up emotionally distraught unless he has some father figures, some uncles, or some type of masculine energy around him to have him be like, yo, man, you need to get up out of your feelings, bro. Just go do that shit, man. I don't care how you feel about it. You know what I'm saying? And stuff like that. So you can start learning early stages in life. Now, one thing I know is your mama gonna be a sweetheart. And y'all moms know that. A lot of times the dad might not have that, what's the name, but sometimes it be inverted. You know what I mean? But the whole point is you gotta have that in between to show your kids structure. That's the same thing with your homeboys and junk like that. You might think these are your rawest homeboys ever until you go through something, or until you been around them in a long time. Then you get to see who your friends truly is. Or if you're a rapper or a celebrity, then when you ain't got no more money, now you can see who's all around you for actually who you is. And some people stick around you because they're waiting for you to pop again, so they want to have a head start. But y'all, getting into the point is, like, when we looking at all of these things that's creating destruction in our life, we still is letting these things influence us. Even if it's Reverend whatever, even if it's Pope Francis, it don't matter about the statue of these things. Y'all have to understand, and we all have to understand and accept the point of what it actually is. This land was sold to dreams. It don't matter which part of the world you move to, it's overtaken by Jews and Masons, period. So in order for you to work or in order for you to do something, it has to be followed up under their guidelines. Now, their guidelines consist of some things that's very risky. Now, when you look at a lot of these celebrities, never have their kids. They never have time to really spend time with their kids. Even when you look at the ones that have to hurry up and do stuff, like, listen to it. It makes logical sense. And if they do bring their kid gonna be always in a risky behind environment where they got to be in a car or got to have this random ass person that they barely know watch them and stuff like that. But the whole point is, when we start looking at these people, we start treating these people because we're raised with looking at them in a higher image so long that we start treating these people like they can't do no wrong. Like literally to the point that you will have somebody that's not kin to this rapper, kin to this entertainer, kin to nobody like that, and will kill you over disrespect of their name. Like, it's crazy in the world we live in. Like, this is the actual truth. And the thing about it is, people don't realize how precious life actually is. So what we have got caught up in is this cycle of unhappiness, and now people is like going out to do anything, and it's very chaotic. It ain't someone learning like, damn, I could have took this energy and did something else with it. Damn, you telling me, much as I wanted to destroy it, I could have took that same energy to build things. Like, I could have had a competition. Like, instead of me shooting a dude and laughing about being dead, I could have had a different type of competition where we all still alive. You get what I'm saying? And when we start looking at this stuff, it's almost like the light don't want to be shed to things. So sometimes I don't even like having these conversations. But today something told me to have it. You know what I'm saying? For somebody that might need it out there. Especially if you're grown, even if you got kids out here. Now, certain things don't apply. Let it fly. Shit. But at the end of the day, this is what we all facing. Like, and it's whether you want to look at it or not as the truth. Even if it ain't the same exact characters, think about it. If one influenced by an entertainer was influenced by a politician, one influenced by a politician or entertainer was influenced by some type of religious leader or some type of rights leader. You get what I'm saying? And it'll go forth, and we get taught that. That's why when we go through our school, they teach us about these civil rights leaders, all these histories, all these stories that we don't quite know what happened. We just got to go by what landed to us. And that's the same thing that keep happening. We don't understand how this person get in position, but they in that position. You could try everything you want, but somehow you can't get in that position. That's when we got to go ahead and realize, okay, somebody pulling strings in this junk. Now, real quick, I'm going to just throw this in here, but I want to talk about it on another video. Remember that junk I was saying about, like, we need a judge or somebody's judging the judge of how they're moving? Y'all see what's going on with the Young Thug case, right? Now, even if that person did, even if he did it or not, like, just look at what's going on. Like, look at the power. Look at how they could play with us, and it's still nothing we could do because we're just sitting here. You know what I mean? And they don't mean it takes us to actually get aggressive. And I was trying to explain that in a lot of videos. Now, every video I put out, I'm always say that. It ain't no physical battle. It's a spiritual and a mental battle. when you're having these understanding the atmosphere that you're in, the atoms that's here, you get what I'm saying? You understand where you're going. So you don't get ran into misdirections of things. So you understand what not to be influenced by. But as a kid, this is grooved to you. So it's hard to break that. It's hard to break a religion your whole life. This is what somebody told you. It's hard to not see that entertainer like that your whole life. You growing up, you thought this was them. So a lot of times we see in the false images, we see in the false personalities of what the people that we thought was there, and it's not them. So then you start seeing that they lose their damn selves. So it'd be like, damn, how you want them to be them and they can't even be them? You know what I mean? They lost themselves a long time ago trying to please y'all or trying to get to a certain point. And that lets you know they weren't a celebrity anyway. Because of how you're going to be an influencer and all your fans influence you to do something on. Oh, you ain't slide for fun. Oh, you ain't slide. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, somebody right now want to kill you just from saying that. And it's crazy, right? That it's literally people that's literally controlling the world and telling the motherfucker what to do every day overall. Fuck everybody else. Gangsters, nerds, whoever. But yet it's people that'll take your life. People, if they don't take your life like the hoodless, it's people out here to degrade you because you're not from where they at or you understand the knowledge that they obtained. So they could be completely dumb in one area of life, completely strong. Like they could be a good lawyer, but can't take care of a kid. For shit can't tell you what to do when a baby hollering. For shit can't say nobody that's swimming. For shit can't do nothing else. So a lot of times we seeing this, and what they do is ping off of it. So they use this shit, and we don't never really get to see the real them. Like us, we out here fighting. You get to see the real us. We got multiple battles of people not liking us. We can't raise our views. They have everything and put in place for them to be able to keep this person at a light that you won't even if you don't want them at that light, they're going to still be at it. I don't know, do some of y'all know, but like a lot of these people say if they can't sell record labels, say they can't sell records, right? A motherfucker sells shirts for them and that'll count as a record. So these people do all type of things in order to manipulate views, manipulate the masses, in order to put this person at a higher light. So they'll sit somebody like me and just keep blocking my channel. You'll be like, dog, I'm not finna watch him no more. And this how the influence work, even the reverse psychology. I'm not finna keep watching him. He only get 12 views. He only get 20 views. He only get 100 views. He only get 2K views. He been getting 2K views for 6 years. Stuff like that, where they know they could play with the views. Even if you know that your shit had more views, they could cut the views back. They could say, hey, some of them wasn't this time limit. Some of them wasn't actual viewers. Some of them wasn't this and that there. But when you go to theirs, they got bots that saying random things. And when you trying to write them back, they ain't writing back. So they know how to persuade motherfuckers to different levels every time. It's always a way out there to do that. Trust me. They're going to have how they're going to manipulate. That's the main thing. It's like, what can we manipulate? If we can't manipulate this shit, we don't want it. So if it come to free energy, something to save the world, actually, like where somebody got to work their brains out into slavery and feeling like they're master workers or master builders, nah, we ain't with it. Soon as you come out with something like that, you're going to see that person disappear, the inventions disappear. You're going to be like, God damn. You know what I'm saying? You ain't going to get that much history on them. The history on them going to be patted down because at the end of the day, this is who control history. So when we starting to understand, damn, man control history, man control religion, man control entertainment, man control politics, man control the education system, god damn, man control our damn personal life to a degree. Like, whoa. So now at the end of the day, damn, if God gave us free will, why is man controlling it so much? So now we got to go to Egyptian times of how long this shit actually be going on, of mass manipulation. But people don't understand the mass manipulation from that level. So they understand it as in magic. You get what I'm saying? They understand it as in spells. They don't see the actual routines that they say, hey, this is my morning routine. This is your morning ritual. But see, by the words not being comfortable, they're not comfortable with understanding it. So even a person like me, I might title my video and it automatically knock a person that's influenced by some bullshit off the way. They be like, nah, I ain't finna watch that. So trust me, it could be very, very real because there's a lot of people out here not giving a fuck about life. And they ain't giving a fuck about the afterlife either. Shit, they don't give a damn about living or death. And that's the funny part about it. They don't understand even the difference between the two. But hey, at the end of the day, they're like, hey, this ain't important. They ain't telling me this was important. The man got to tell you what's important. So once the shadow powers, the Jews, the oven mint, however you want to say it, once they do stuff, it's already governed, it's already covenant, it's already under the firmament, it's under their hands, and they're trying to control the way that they do it. So now getting into it, y'all, because I want to talk about something, and it just killed me because I be seeing stuff and people is so comfortable with it. Like, to the point that it just don't make sense. And a lot of people don't like that. To the point that they'll say, oh, it's the delivery. Now, Charleston White, for example, the way that they always on him, it's the delivery. It's the delivery. Listen, y'all, it don't matter how you cut it up and serve it with that type of stuff. Now, it's certain things, the way you do it, it really depends on something. But with these type of situations, man, no matter what's going on, you got to think. It's some people out there right now that ain't never did nothing for shit, for nobody in life, but took shit from people, destroyed people, and they get more respect than a nigga that's at home building a whole home and legacy. Like, we got to understand, like, the world got to be changed at this point, where you're telling me a person that take lives is more cherished than a person that's actually providing a life. And one thing about these jits nowadays, let me tell y'all this, and this is what I find out real pussy, and this is pussy. You could take a life, but can't raise one. Now, ain't that some shit? You could go over there, take somebody's whole life that probably was taking care of motherfucking 16, 4 people, 5. It don't even matter. But your ass can't even take care of one, not even your goddamn self. And then some of these motherfuckers be running around here with kids and act like they ain't got kids. Like, when you die or get locked up, your homeboy's not taking care of your kids. That's not their responsibility from the beginning. So they're not even going to feel like they're obligated for this. You get what I'm saying? And then when they is, they're going to start complaining after a while. You wait till that time set in. If you don't believe in astrology, all right, keep waiting. Wait for some more of these cycles of the sun. Wait for more of these cycles of the moon. And another cycle of that goddamn, it ain't going to get to Pluto. They ain't worry about that. Worry about those cycles of Venus and shit like that. People going to start having a change of heart. People going to have a change of stability. Oh, whoa, wait. This fucking up my stability. Hey, Jit, I know your daddy died. And all. I ain't got nothing to do with that. You feel me? So y'all got to go ahead and, man, you got to find one in your family. You going to start hearing all that. Because one thing about it, man, a lot of people use things, too, for themselves to get put in a better position or to make themselves look a certain way. So we have false imagery as well. And, you know, one thing about this world here, dog, and I'm going to tell y'all like this, man. And just share the video, do whatever. The thing, and like, comment, definitely comment. Even if you comment like, yo, real shit, OG, I understand you. It don't even matter. Because one thing about it is we try to rule the algorithm. We got to play their game sometimes because we playing in the Matrix. So we got to play chess. We can't be out here not playing the game because then you get no coins. You won't be able to go to different levels of the game. You're just stuck in a level. And that level is not actually sitting still. It's actually descending as it go because each life is precious. Each day of life is precious. Each cycle of that sun, if you know what you're doing and you had your routines and rituals together for yourself, then we won't have to worry about that. You get what I'm saying? You had your religion straight for yourself and not worried about that. So it's different when people get out here and now they're so lost that they don't even understand like it's work that you actually have to do but didn't have to do. You get what I'm saying? They confuse you. They had you putting in work for the wrong person. They had you putting in work for a human, a man. So while you complain about certain things, you don't even understand who told you that car is supposed to be here. Who told you that tall ass buildings that go way up there for somebody to get up there and paint and be like, yo, I get paid $2,000 though. Bro, it's your whole life. You get what I'm saying? And they know it's people out there that clearly don't care. So when we seeing that they got powers to pay us for things that could end our life in 1 second, but could pay us money that could be blowed in 1 second, it's insanity. And that's the thing about it. Like, people look at me and be like, yo, bro, fuck that, bro. I work on skyscrapers and skin. Okay, bro. And who told them to build buildings that goddamn high? And why is it so unnecessary, bro? Y'all telling me that it's unnecessary to put all that sand on top of each other? So now they out here building actual sand castles in the goddamn beach, and you telling me that's cool as grown people to control the world and tell me that's all right. Nah, that shit ain't right. And then when you go look at the justice system, okay, I thought it was supposed to be right here. Like, okay, everything else could be messed up. But I thought when we came to the justice system and stood in front of this judge, things were going to be right. At least a little bit. All right. Y'all see how many unfair trials there is in the world? Y'all know how many people that done had their life taken away from them and they didn't even do the crime at all? Like I said, the wrong time, wrong place thing as well. Maybe if they did know a little astrology, they'd know, hey, tonight I'm not taking my ass out there. I seen how the police been tripping, and hey, I ain't trying to be in the wrong place at the wrong time. But yeah, a lot of people don't want to go through that. I got to turn on this AC. I'm in here burning up. But yeah, man, it's just crazy because I sit here, right, make a 20-minute video, 30-minute video, and talk about some stuff that can actually change your life if you was to listen for them 20 and 30 minutes. But yet we'll rather listen to politicians, governments, people that's in the education system and all this for us to try to get someone like, and none of us getting saved. We all ended up with the same goddamn result. You get what I'm saying? We ended up separated somehow. You don't get your friends. You know what I'm saying? You don't get your time to yourself. So you got to risk the early years of your life getting into college or getting into a course just for you to have a better life later, hopefully. So it's still always a gamble. So you're not saying life a gamble, but yeah, but we're not the ones rolling the dice. So at least I'm the one that's holding the dice. I can fix my hand a certain way if I've been learned the dice. You get what I'm saying? So, and this is what we're trying to do with the astrology and spirituality, basically. Teaching you how to roll the dice yourself. Teaching you can hold a hand and roll the dice. You ain't got to keep letting somebody else hand roll it and they hand set a certain way and they keep rolling the same dice. You know what I mean? You're playing the same game, which is the matrix, but you got to understand how to play the matrix. And you ain't got to play it exactly the way they play it, but make it at least look like it. Make it look like you don't know what's going on. Poker face in real life. But anyways, man, that's all I'm going to say, man. And I got some more coming out, man. It be some subjects y'all I don't be knowing. It be so much. I'm telling y'all, I be about to come from this angle, that angle, that angle. I'm trying to come from all the angles. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to come from all the angles and see all the D angles to it. So all the dissensions, all the demons to it. So I'm seeing all the lows to it, all the lower natures of it. But then when we think about the higher angles of it and the higher way to see it, a higher angle, a higher viewpoint, now we can help people get to the godly position they're supposed to be in so their eyes can be seeing the right things and focus and having vision to clarity on a lot of these things and not being cloudy and under a mist or being in a sandstorm and can't see their way through these paths and knowing where they're going and trapped out here in the desert and not understanding that. But anyways, man, I'm out. OG Drip.